Welcome back to my apiary. So I'm about to go on a little bit of a road trip. So a couple months back we tried to arrange for some nukes and stuff like this to be picked up in, well, we've pretty much looked across the country. So, but we had a bunch arranged to pick up in Winnipeg. So this is what the trip originally was. However, due to everything that's been going on in Manitoba and the horrible beginning of the bee season that they've had over there, of course, there's no nukes left available. However, I am going over there to pick up a lift, as I'm no spring chicken anymore. And I really can't afford an easy lift yet. So I bought off of Boris at the Bee Breeding Center. I bought off of him one of his B3 lifts. So I'm going to pick that up at the same time, as well as I'm going to pick up a bunch of beekeeping supplies, so boxes and things like that, while I'm down there too. So I'll take you along on the trip. Maybe what I'll do is I'll post some shorts. So those of you that want to follow along, it'll be like you're actually on the trip. But in order to do that, I've got to get my apiary ready to go. So quick recap: we put these packages in here on the 1st of May, and I've been pounding the syrup and the pollen patty to them as hard as I can. I can see that they're just starting to bring some pollen in. I've had a bunch of comments and some questions on one of my comments I put on the video, and that was that I had mentioned that they were storing the pollen patty. Now, everybody that's commented, absolutely right, that's not normally something that they do. They normally will use the pollen patty direct and just and use it and feed it and go. However, I did have 4 in here that I didn't put pollen patties on, and they don't have any stored. So and what is stored in there is the same color of the pollen patty. So 2 and 2 has got to kind of equal up. So if they're not bringing any pollen in, and the ones that I didn't give the pollen patty to don't have any of it stored, the only explanation left is that they were storing the pollen patty. Don't know if that's true or not, but that's the only explanation I have for it. So maybe they found some pollen the exact color out and about. It's possible. They are creative little bugs. But anyway, so what I'm going to do today is I have got into a few of these here last night. I didn't film it, I apologize. But I'm going to be removing the buckets, being as they're all on single boxes right now. The ones that need it, I'm going to be adding a super. So my idea is to go into winter. I've seen a lot of the videos and a lot of the established commercial operators out there. They've had some of their bees starve to death here in the spring. So I'm not so much concerned about my honey or anything like that right now, but I'm going to be putting all of these guys to bed this year with the brood box, which is a full deep and a medium super, just with resources. So that medium is going to be additional food resources. My idea behind that is I'm trying to ensure that I have no bees that starve. And not that anybody can afford it, but I really want to try to make sure that I'm coming out with, you know, a minimum, or I should say maximum, not minimum, don't want to have any, but a maximum of 5 to 10% loss. And we always end up with some of that, genetics, things, you know, it's always out there, but that is my goal. So I'm going to be giving them all a medium super if they need it. So I've got to have this set up to be gone for, let's say, 10 days. Winnipeg is, if I was to drive nonstop, is 19 hours from here. So one way, so 19 hours down, 19 hours back. And I'm going to, I've arranged to see a few people while I'm down there. So I'm going to go see Brad with Faith Apiaries. Please check his channel out. I'm actually looking forward to spending a bit of time with some other beekeepers, just to learn a little bit more as I'm just getting into this. So there's more that I need to learn. I don't think I ever will stop learning. But a couple of geese flying by. It's absolutely gorgeous morning out here this morning. It's, what is it, plus 12 degrees. It's supposed to get up to plus 18 today. You can kind of see The leaves are starting to come, so that is great. No dandelions around yet, but on my way out, I've started to see a few of them. So there are a few dandelions now that are starting to pop up, which is the other reason I feel fairly secure about removing all these feeder buckets and stuff like that off of these hives. So the ones I got into last night, they were storing the sugar water, so they've all got one, possibly, I guess 1 to 3 frames, depending on the how they're doing, of stored open still sugar water in there. They're starting to cap some of it, but I don't want them to get honey bound or anything in the bottom. So I'm removing the buckets today. They're pretty much all empty. Doing a quick inspection. So my smoker looks like it's pretty much ready to go now, so let's dig in and I'll take you along. Good morning. So here we got, let's call it 1, 2, 3, 5 frames of these. So, not the biggest colony. So the top shows the same thing as what we saw on the bottom. So now we can confirm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5 frames of bees. So and the sun is out, so the foragers are probably already out and about. But you can see they're drawing that out nicely. What I've been finding is about 4 frames in, this one here should be pollen and honey, and it is. Nice day, but let's not get them excited. Here is where I start to find some eggs, resources. And here, this frame is laid right up with capped larvae in the center, eggs all around it, and then resources. And the same thing here. Doesn't that look great? We should have, in the next ones here, we should have larvae hatching out. And we do. I'm just looking quickly to make sure the queen's not on here. I don't want to drop her in the grass accidentally. So you can see how they're hatching out in the center. And then then she has that all laid up with eggs already again. And the same thing on this side. These bees are nice and calm. And this one is hatching out as we speak. There's our queen. Doing a wonderful job. This side she has all laid up with eggs too, so I'm just going to move this to the center. Put a couple empty frames back in here. Move their nest kind of to the center. So this one still has 1, 2, 3, 4 open frames. So I'm not going to give them a super just yet. So there's 4 frames of brood that are about to hatch out. So I will give them a super before I head to Winnipeg. He was caught in there. Just what have I got here? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with me. So until I get through all of these, I won't throw one on there in case I find one that's really performing. All right. In case you're wondering why I got my racket, the wasps and hornets are already out here. So this is for that wasp and hornet that wants to partake in my inspections. This one here is a little bit smaller as well. We're kind of expecting much the same here on this one. I like to keep my top of my frames clean. The girls have a different idea, but so this one should be resources, and it is. Look at that nice glycerine. I think most of that is sugar water. Once again, we don't have much flowering around here yet. Oh, we got some larvae in here. And this one is all laid up, eggs and larvae. These ones are hatching out, and she's laying them back up right away. I am just looking to confirm that the queen is in here. Oh, some nice baby bees there. And the reason being is, last night I found I have 2 colonies. So one looks like they have superseded their queen. The queen cell looks very mature. In fact, I'd say probably hatching out today or tomorrow. And in another case, I got a queen that's doing some weird, funky drone scattered pattern all over. So they have a supersedure cell in there, and I'm just going to let that hive take its course. Because I think there's something wrong with her. Lots of nurse bees. She has another egg in every one of those as they're hatching out. She's got this all laid right up. And she's got this all laid right up. And there's our queen. So she is doing very well. And she has got eggs in this one. So we're going to do the same thing here and just move this nest to the inside. This one's got 4 empty frames as well. And away we go. So I'm not going to bore you with each and every one, but I'll give you a few highlights, and I guess I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow or the next day when I head to Winnipeg. So till then, thank you very much for tuning in. I enjoy all the subscribers. You're along on my learning sideline business here. So this is, so far it's turning out very, very well. But once again, as always, if you like these videos, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and of course if you ring that bell you'll get notices of anytime I upload a video. So until then, we'll see you with the shorts on our way to Winnipeg. Come along for the ride. Thank you for watching.